Howdy folks. So Detroit 60 12.7. Anybody having low boost or boost issues? First of all, if that is the case, of course you want to pressure test your system, right? Charge air cooler, turbo, everything. But there's something that a lot of people don't know about. Now, my truck was having a problem. It was real sluggish at times. Sometimes it would run really strong, and sometimes it would just be a dog. Here's your boost sensor for your ECM right here. Okay. And this may not always be the fix, but why not try it? This is a simple fix. Let's get into it right here. All you need is an 8mm socket and an O-ring kit and some Siliglide. Okay. Now, before you go spending $1,200 on, or $900, whatever, on charge air coolers and, you know, checking out your turbo and everything, pull this off. Now, I've already done this and fixed it, and I didn't have a camera with me, so I'm just kind of redoing it for you. But this sensor tells your ECM, you know, what your motor's needing, you know, with the boost, whether it be fuel or whatnot. Okay, when I originally took this off, this O-ring in here was just a very dry, flat, cracked O-ring. It wasn't doing anything. It wasn't sealing. There was tons of dirt and stuff in here. So I simply took this out, and it's simple. This O-ring comes right out here, and you want to have a seal here between the sensor, okay, and the intake manifold. Right, so I've just put a new O-ring in there and some Siliglide, right, just on all my O-rings, just on the mating surface right here, and then simply put it back together. And I gotta tell you, I was shocked, because I thought for sure I was going to be looking into getting a new charge air cooler, and I did pressure test the system, but I have definitely some miles on this equipment here. So I was thinking about, I'm going to be getting a charge air cooler and all this stuff. I replaced all the boots, but when I did this right here, this 15-cent O-ring, and cleaned this sensor up and put it back together, this engine was a whole new animal. The boost was alive right away. It come right up. The truck just ran 100% better than it did before. So if you're having boost issues, if your 60 series is running like a dog, I suggest you pull the boost sensor, clean it up, and check that O-ring. What could it hurt? It takes 5 minutes, 15-20 cents for an O-ring. Also, some of the symptoms I was having before this were my boost would just peg out, and it would take forever to boost up, but when it did, it would just peg out, and it just was a dog, even with the boost full on. So I take that as my ECM wasn't reading it properly, because of this boost sensor here. Now the boost builds nicely as it should, as needed, and you could definitely hear a sound. I'm assuming there was a ton of boost blowing right out of here, and it's a little bit quieter now. So those were a couple of my symptoms, and all that's changed now that I fixed that. So just thought I'd throw that out there. So like I said, you know, for 5 minutes and, you know, 15-20 cent O-ring, what would it hurt to check your boost sensor? I would put that first on my list if I were you. Anybody, if their Detroit's running a little sluggish, it doesn't seem right, but sometimes it does, sometimes it don't. Right there, folks. Alrighty, y'all be blessed.